All right, guys. Welcome to the machine. uh, I'm gonna get my computer up here in case anybody does join, and we can talk. Oh, that's gonna be annoying though with the echo, isn't it? All right, that's how you fix that. Um, so I guess the whole point of doing this live chat was, one, we haven't done a live chat in a while, but two, I um, I moved my um, work area back down to my basement, which is why it's kind of messy over here. Still got some cleaning to do, but I need to get going. Hey, what's up, Bill? Hey, what's up, BB? How's it going? Um, but I got to get building for St. Louis, so it was kind of like a get things cleaned off and then get to work situation. But I've got to organize everything still because it's a mess. Now, this is where I originally built my toys. So this is where like my first Steigers came from, things like that, years and years ago. But what happened was we started having trouble with water getting down here, and um, and it was cold. It's still cold, so I've got to remedy that. I've got to get a what's up, Dylan? I've got to get a space heater down here for sure. The furnace will kick on every once in a while, and it kind of takes some of the chill off, but it's not that good. What's up, Corey? Um, so anyway, so I thought what I would do today is I'm kind of gonna like go through some things and like these parts bins here. Got a couple parts bins. Try to get some stuff organized, and then I don't know. I'll see if we got any time to actually put anything together or not. I'm not 100% sure I will, but we'll see. Kind of depends on how long this camera battery lasts, because I did forget to bring a USB cord down here to charge it. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, so yeah, it's cleanish for right now, but it's gonna get really messy soon. uh, oh, go ahead, Bill. Fire away. I'll answer anything you got if I know the answer to it. So one of the things I'm doing here is I'm going through tires. So we've got some road worn tires there, and here's some big logging tires. I thought I had a use for these. Turns out I don't. So I don't know. Whatever. Figure out something. But anyway, so I'm trying to figure out, because here's the trick. I'm going to use a lot of these tires in the next 2 weeks before St. Louis, but then I'm going to have a whole bunch of new tires from St. Louis because I always get together with Adam from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor at St. Louis and buy basically all the tires I need for a year there. So it's a little easier. And I forgot to put those in there. So, and it looks like I need to get with Chuck and get some more of these, which I believe are an 18. No, these are 20.838, I'm pretty sure. But I don't quite have enough to do a whole tractor. I think I did some mixing and matching on a tractor of, I know I did, of some good ones and some road worn ones. So, what's up, Derek? And I'm dropping stuff. That's gonna be the name of the game here. So, uh, I have never bought a 132nd SICU tractor, or however you pronounce that. I'm familiar with them. I've seen them. They're cool. I like them, but I've never bought one. Maybe someday. So I don't know. I need a place to put all of the styrene and brass. I just need like I don't know, container of something. Set it over here, put it in there. Maybe just cut a milk jug in half or something. I don't know. We'll see. But oh, you got the 1/16 scale planner. Nice. That's an incredible toy. One of the coolest toys ever made, no doubt about it. Um, yeah, you'll love it. Seriously, it's one of the best tractors ever made. So I'm gonna go through some stuff here. So here's some 3D printed planter units. I was gonna make a stack fold planter for spring, and it kind of looks like I'm not gonna have time to do that. So maybe for next spring, maybe like spring 2020. I don't know. Unfortunately, uh, future Steiger Lion in progress. It's actually a scale models tractor I took apart, but you know. So that hitch on that Kinsey, um, The best thing I can tell you is it works really well on some hurdle tractors, and then some hurdle tractors not so much. But you can kind of fudge it and just set it on the hitch, and not necessarily hook it up, and it'll look good. So don't worry too much about that. You got an awesome planter there. So Mopars and Mopars. You know how to get me to watch your videos. Put some Mopars on there. Yeah, that's cool. I always like looking at your display, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. You do a heck of a job there. So this is I'd probably just throw this away, I guess. This was gonna be a small frame Steiger, and then I decided it wasn't worth the effort to cut it all apart. I just thought maybe I'd scratch build one. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I might just pitch this. We'll have to look. Um, all right. So here's the old side fenders for this. But the thing is, it looks like they're okay, but I can make them look better scratch building. Like I can make this piece particularly look better. So anybody need any sunflower plants? I bought some. Just I only needed 4. Now I have like I don't know 4 or 6 left. Gosh, I'm just throwing stuff everywhere. Actually, I think I've got a use for these, but we'll see. Because one of the things I want to do now that I've kind of moved everything back downstairs, now that we got the water issue taken care of down here, is I want to build a mini display right over here where my laptop's at, and it's just going to be like a small field with maybe a little road going into the field, some trees and things like that. So anyway, that's an idea. I was playing with this. This is a 1/16 scale. Anhydrous knife and opener that I 3D designed. But so I was gonna make a 1/16 scale applicator. That is not how that fits. But the problem is even printing these 3D printing these are so expensive that I was gonna have like I don't know $200 in applicator openers. So it kind of became unfeasible at that point, unfortunately. Not feasible. Is unfeasible a word? Sure it is. It is now. So, I don't know. Thanks, Bill. All right, what project is taking priority for me farm toy wise right now? Well, so I've got 2 going on, and I will show you 2 that have. Well, okay, we'll do 3 actually that have to get done for St. Louis. So Versatile, which is this is the New Holland 84 series, not like a 93 84 series tractor, but when Bueller Versatile, let me rephrase that. When Case IH bought New Holland, they sold off this line of 4-wheel drives to Bueller Versatile. And so for a little bit there, Bueller Versatile was just taking the exact same tractor that used to be the New Holland and was repainting them up Versatile colors. So that's what this is. So this is probably I'm gonna say priority 1 because I have to deliver this at St. Louis to a buddy of mine who needs it for a project, and then 2 are Steigers 2200s and 1700s. This one is going to be for me because it's got a couple boogers on the paint that I'm just not going to mess with repainting right now. So probably what I'm going to do is get some wheels and tires on it. And in fact, I'll show you which wheels and tires I'm going to put on it. These guys right here. And they just barely fit up under these big fenders. They look awesome. I'm going to dual it up. And then I'm probably going to weather it. Because if it's already got some goof ups in the paint, you might as well go all the way with it, right? So this is number 2. And then this is probably an after St. Louis before this gets finished. But I am repowering a John Deere 8850. And so this is all cut apart. I've already filled in all the seams all the way around and as well on the hood. So it's just going to be one nice solid hood there. And then Oh, lights dim when the freezer kicks on. I guess I forgot about that. Um, anyway, I'm gonna make this hood open like the real one, so it's gonna front open like this, and then we'll have a nice realistic engine in here for the repowered engine. So, um, like I said, I think this gets done after St. Louis. Unfortunately, because I would like to have taken it to show it off, but it's just not going to be a thing, unfortunately, right now. So, um, just no time. A ton of work left to do on this. So, obviously, I got to come up with the engine. I got to build the hinge system. You can see I've got to build some new panels here. Um, Interior still needs detailed out. All that. So ton of work. Got to build this whole new rear end back here with a more realistic hitch and all that. So those are my priority projects right now. So I love the Ram 3500 Harvest editions. I think they're they're awesome and they're so cheap. That's you know Greenlight's amazing. I think so. Carl says, would you build a front loader for an 8870? Gosh, that'd be a cool project, though. I mean, I'll never say never, but not anytime soon. But that would be a really sweet project. Um, you never know, maybe. So I got to find out to do what to do with all. So I test printed a bunch of 3D rims over the year, and some of them turned out good. Like these are okay. These are a little too big, so they stretch the tires. It kind of looks goofy. These you can see they've got really crappy print lines on them, so they're not so good. And at the end of the day, I don't know what to do with them. I really ought to just throw them away. At some point, you're just hanging on to stuff and it's clutter, huh? Same with these. So these were duals. They looked good, but it's lots of print lines. So it's just me having to sort of figure it out. But oh, I hate how when we're chatting, like I get halfway through reading a message and then it fades off. Agreed. Looking at my 335, they're great, but the flatbed isn't that great. But the normal bed is fantastic. There's definitely some work that could be done on those flatbeds. I agree with that. But when you consider what we have to pay for those green lights, they're incredible. So hey, thanks to that toy collector. I appreciate it. They do almost look like round bales, especially these right here. That's an interesting idea. I have I carry one of those. It's not a DeWalt. It's a Cobalt pocket knife, and I don't have it with me right now. It's clipped onto my blue jeans. But yeah, I got it for like my birthday a few years back. I like it. It's good. I actually saw a DeWalt yesterday. I was all over the place yesterday shopping. Um, my Dremel. I needed a new Dremel, so which is right here. Brand spanking new Dremel 4000 series, which is what I had before. But anyway, so I was running around and like I went to several stores and they only had the 3000, and then some didn't have the flex hose and whatever. So anyway, luckily I think I ended up getting that at Menards for I don't know, I think I paid $104 for everything for the Dremel and the flex hose. So I felt like that wasn't terrible, and I bought some accessories too. So um, not a bad deal. We'll make that back this week pretty quickly, knocking out Steiger. So Dremel's one of those tools where if you're gonna customize farm toys, you got to have it. So if it goes down, just go get it. I mean, that's just the way it is. I hate spending money like that, but yeah, it's a must have. So I have some. Let's see, Tyler. I've got if you go back and look through my videos, I've got some stuff. I got some videos on my shop, so you might want to check those out. My 164 scale shop. So I've done that. I may do another shop in the not so distant future. In fact, I may or may not be working with somebody on that. I don't build my own buildings typically. Um, there are people that are way better at that than me, so I usually let Nate from Nate's Farm Toys build my buildings. I send him over what I want, size, shape, color, all that stuff, and he just knocks them out for me when he gets time. So he's been busy lately, and I'm not in any hurry. So I've not heard of Auto World for classic 164 scale cars. Is that just a YouTube channel or website or what? I will check it out though because I've kind of gotten into classic Mopar 164 scale lately. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've at least got a dozen now. So and I see that hobby growing unfortunately. So, but like 164 scale cars are so cheap. Like it's, you know, you can buy like a classic Mopar for a couple bucks. So all right. Have I ever considered purchasing newer models? I buy new models all the time. I don't know if I have any here, but yeah, I mean, I certainly do, especially like newer quad tracks, Case IH quad tracks in particular. Although I do have John Deere, newer four wheel drives. I don't purchase a lot of two wheel drives and front wheel assist tractors because I'm just into four wheel drives mainly, but I like building uh, 70s, 80s, and 90s four wheel drives. I don't know why. I think it's just because that's the era I grew up in. Those are the tractors I saw when I was growing up. So um, that's just what I ended up, you know, collecting, I guess. So yeah, definitely check Bose and Implement on those F350s. I think they have a pretty reasonable price on those, if I remember correctly. I was just surfing on there the other day looking for something. I don't remember what, but I thought they did okay. Oh, the Dremel's like $100, and you don't have to get that. You don't have to get the $100 Dremel. You can definitely, if you're just starting out and you just kind of want to get your feet wet in custom toys or whatever, you get like the 3000 series. It'll probably save you like $30, maybe even more. Um, but I went with the 4000 series because it's a little heavier built, and the last one I had lasted me a long, long time. So, you know, a John Deere. I have not. I have not ever done a John Deere 740. What is a must-have in 164 scale right now? So newer or just like in general anything you can get. Um, must-haves. I would say if you can snag one, if you can still get one, the authentic 450 Case IH four wheel drive that they did a few years back is like a must have. Mycogen seeds. That's what hat I'm wearing. um, um, I think that's yeah. The old 4450 Authentics is a must have for sure, especially if you can get the front wheel assist one. I think it's one of the coolest 164 scale tractors, and those are still not very expensive. Um, if you can find one of the right earthquakes, those are a must-have. I think in a collection. I think the Big Bud 740s are another sort of must-have. Is one of my all-time favorite tractors that have been made in 64 scale. As you can see, I like four-wheel drives. There's been some really good non like authentic, like not necessarily high detail four wheel drives too though. In fact, it's tore apart now obviously, but this 8850 is a really was a really nice toy from Ertl, and you can get these for $8 to $10 all day long. Um, and if you really wanted to dress it up, you could swap out those tires pretty cheap, and you'd have a really nice little four wheel drive there. So something like that. Oh, I know the so okay, so the story on the whites are they are in the port of Los Angeles right now, but because of the whole government shutdown thing, they're held up in customs. Now, I guess the shutdown's sort of over for 3 weeks, whatever. Um, so hopefully those will get through customs and get out quick because they're the story I heard is they're actually in the country. They just can't get through customs right now. So we'll see. Um, hope hope that's true. Because I definitely want one. I'd love to pick one up at St. Louis, but I don't know. 2 weeks out, I just don't know because I'm sure there's quite a backlog. Um, but yeah, the White Field Boss. Which one is that? Is that the 4 wheel drive? Because I agree that's an incredible. That white 4 wheel drive was a really. It was a kind of almost a surprise, and it was cool. It's a really good 4 wheel drive tractor. In fact, I want to get another one and customize it, but I just haven't run across one yet. So yeah, hey, so football fanatic, yes. On it, you don't have to on all of them. It will say when you're downloading that you do, but if you do or not, but you probably should anyway, just to give them an attribution on your page. But yeah, so most of them you do have to do that. You have to include it. So all right, so I don't know if you saw, I was trying to test fit some tires on these rims, but yeah, I'm excited to see what you do with those whites too, Jeff, because I know you'll do something kind of cool and awesome on them. I almost want to put saddle tanks on one and plant, like maybe build an old white 6 row planter, which I did. I did a while back, and then I traded it to Nate, Nate Dalibard, Nate's Farm Toys. I don't remember what I traded it for, but something. And so I want to build another one. I think it would be a really cool planting tractor. All right, so I've officially made the decision. I'm getting rid of these. They don't fit my tires. They were just test prints. They're going away. Oh, hey, what's up from Ireland? Thanks for checking us out there, Dara. That's awesome. Holy cow, we're international, folks. I mean, I know we got Canadians here, but we got a lot of Canadian friends that check us out. But wow, Ireland, we're European now too. That's sweet. Um, have I need the new Steigers? Which are you talking about? The oh gosh, is it the Cougar? What is that new one? The new Steiger? Or are you talking about the oh my gosh, I'm blank on everything right now. So I haven't seen them in person yet. Either one of them is the answer. So oh, Holland, that's awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for checking us out there, Red Does Diecast. Gosh, that's so cool. It blows me away that we can kind of connect like that over model toys. This is awesome. If you guys have YouTube channels of your own, please post them down in the comments of this video because I would love to check those out when I get free time. This time of year, I do get a little bit of free time, so BB's channel, I check him out pretty regularly. Um, other guys, Eric from Rockin' H, Sambo Stop Mo's, I like to check out his stuff. But yeah, if you got a YouTube channel, definitely post it below. I would love to check out your channel. Do you have any Heston tractors? I have one. um, I have one. It's in a display case, and that's it. Have you seen the 1/16 scale Big Bud 320? I have seen those. They are nice tractors. I do not have a 320, but they are very nice tractors. So, um, okay. So here's my answer on shed or truck. The shed or truck, right? Is that our yeah? Buy your first pickup truck. I assume we're talking real pickup truck here. So, if so, 124 scale model car builds. I think I would love that actually. I would love to get into building model cars. I just don't have time. I think it would be an incredible hobby. I would build Mopars like crazy. But okay, so shed or truck. So here's my answer. I think the truck, we're talking a real truck here, I assume. The truck will make you money. So I think that's the better purchase. Yeah, save for the truck. I agree. Um, you can always get a shed down the road. Of course, you can get you can get a truck down the road too. But when you're young, in particular, you got to get yourself in position to earn money, and you got to be thinking long term. And you have to do that when you're my age. You've always got to be looking ahead, and sometimes that means putting off those kind of fun decisions and you know, working towards the truck. And like BB said, you can have a lot of fun in a pickup truck. So I definitely say go with the truck. Look at that. I didn't recommend somebody go out and buy farm toys. That's amazing, isn't it? Who'd have thought that? All right. I think that is all of my junk rims. So check these out, by the way. So these are from Aaron Jensen. These are his rims for this New Holland versatile thing, and so I'm going to use these. I've been holding them back for this project, and I need, where are my 710s at? That's a 700. That is a 710. Maybe. They're tight on these metric tires. Oh, there we go. These metric tires are tight on these little tractors, or these rims, but they do work and they look nice. These 710 metrics are really popular around here on, I'll say, like 20-year-old four-wheel drives. It's kind of crazy, actually. We always ran on our New Hollands. We always ran an 18442 and a 20.838. But a lot of guys are running these metrics around here. All right, check that out. So there you go. Obviously, got to paint that planetary to match the red, but that's what's going on this bad boy. And we'll take it to St. Louis and see what happens. But I might as well just pull those rims out of here. So I've got these. These are scratch made. These are different tubes, like slid in together. These are for like a 28L28 tire of Steiger, of course. All right, let's do this. So, see what else we got here. Oh, I missed a question here. Well, hello to BB's cat. My two dogs are upstairs right now, sleeping soundly because I don't hear them making any noise. So how long? So it depends. It depends on what I'm building. So completely from scratch. So my Steigers, let's say, which here is, you can see here, a scratch built side fender for those, and I can kind of compare it to. Nope, that one's scratch built too. Somewhere here. Oh, so here's the plastic fantastic version of the same thing. So you can see, I was way out on the camera. So see the differences. See how these are, like, these edges are beveled, like that, and these are straight, like that. So that's why, and most people, like, let's be honest, most people will never know the difference between this and this, but I notice the difference, and I think it's like those little things, and it's that one guy in a million that's gonna notice that I scratch built this and beveled these versus left those there. Also, this front angle is different. It's that one guy that notices that makes a difference to me. And anyway, so like this piece here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 14 pieces of styrene. And that would take me, let's call it a half hour to an hour to put together. And now obviously I've done it many times, so I'm pretty good at these. I can knock out these lions pretty quick, actually. And usually I don't scratch build the whole lion. I rob the scale model's frame and then made up my scratch built parts to that frame, and it works out pretty good. So, but anyway, that's that, I guess. So, you know, to build the whole tractor, I could do all the scratch building for the tractor in an evening, but then you got to prime, paint, and all that stuff. Generally, you know, if it's the only thing I'm working on, which is never the only thing I'm working on, I could knock out one of those tractors in 2 or 3 days. If you know, that's it. What's up, Sambo? I was wondering if you were gonna make it. Oh yeah, John Deere 95 is a super cool combine. I always kind of wanted to do a high detail one, but I just never got around to do it. Maybe someday. Um, make a John Deere 4755. Probably the best thing to do would be um, to take one of those authentic tractors and convert that to a 4755, and you'd have a nicely detailed one. I mean, I could do that someday. We'll see. That's going to be down on the list. So my list to build right now is I've got 10 of these Steigers to build, and I want to knock those out pretty quick because I've got a lot of money in the casting, the metal part of those, because so those were cast by CD models. So I want to kind of get those flipped and turned around as quick as possible, like hopefully within the next month. I would like to by the Quincy show, Mark Twain show, which is February 23rd. I'd like to be out of 2200 and 1700 Steigers. We'll see though. But um, and then I've got this Bueller to work on. I've got a actual Ford New Holland to finish up. Um, this is an 84 series. And then I've got, oh, I know. Well, so I've got that. And then up here, and if you guys have been following along with the videos I've been doing, I've got this 60-70 series thing. So I've got the 70 series, the 60 series, the 8960. It's going to be first. I don't know. It's going to be like it's one of those projects where you're going to take time and do one for myself, and I'm going to do it right. So it's going to be pretty nice at the end of the day. And then the 70 series tractor, because I had to tear apart. You'll remember I had to tear apart the 70 series. Well, thankfully, I was able to get a second 70 series tractor. Um, I got something special planned for it, so you guys have to wait on that one. But it's going to be cool. Hey, EFD, how's it going? I know I'm not gonna make it to Lafayette. I want to go over there. I've never been to the Lafayette show. I'd like to go sometime, but it's such a long drive and it's winter time, so I never know if the weather is gonna be worth. You know, if it's gonna be we can drive over there. Um, the Mark Twain show is in Quincy, Illinois, and it's at I think it's called the Country Inn and Suites. It's right off the interstate, basically, right off Interstate 172. It's really easy to get to. Nice show, not a big show. Probably I don't know, maybe 50 vendors roughly, something like that. But it's a really nice show. They're good. Good people. Lots of good vendors there. Lots of nice variety of toys there. So. All right, sorting wheels. So here are these are from Daryl Stangler, and I use his wheels. I never use his or I use his tires. I never use his wheels though. I ought to probably just trash those too, but I'm gonna hang on to them for a little bit. You never know when they're gonna come in handy, or when somebody might need some. These were test printed, and I scaled them wrong, so I can't use them. They were actually supposed to be for a 42-inch tire. Well, it turns out it looks like they're gonna work for like I don't know if they're gonna work or not, but I think they will for a front wheel assist tire. So at least all's not lost on that. And they're nice. You know, I drew them up with some really nice detail. I don't know if you can see that or not. Worth a darn. I guess not. Well. But anyway, but I was disappointed. I was really excited when they came in the mail because I kind of forgot they were coming, and then they were the wrong scale. So the new ones of those, which go on that 8960, will be here this week. I hope. It's supposed to be. So that's my well, apparently my stuck drawer. So that's my miscellaneous tire drawer there. That tire doesn't belong in there. These are all like, for the most part, front wheel assist, front wheel drive tires. You can tell it's not particularly well organized. So I just don't do a lot of front wheel assist tractors or two wheel drive tractors. So that's the way it is. All right, let's put these away. All right, we ought to do a little rearranging here. There we go. Let's see what's in here. Oh, versatile triple nickel kit. Gotta get that done one of these days. I'm sorry, I'm looking at your questions. I know I missed something back here. Or maybe you guys are just having a really nice conversation, which is cool. The National Farm Machinery Show, we may go this year. We'll see. Or the next one. We may go. We've talked about it. I have never been. I've been to the Farm Progress Show many times. I just never have made it to the National Farm Machinery Show, but this might be the year, so we'll see. Yeah, you know what? That T9700 is a really nice four wheel drive for being an Ertl four wheel drive. They did a nice job on it. They do pretty good on their four wheel drives usually. So it's their two wheel drives they often screw up. Oh, look at all that! Look at all that plum crazy Mopar. Yeah, I can't wait to check that out. You know, I'm plum crazy about Mopar. So, tracks off of. Oh, I know what these came off of. You guys might remember I did that. I did that super high detail, 84, no 8345 RT, and I used Hector's kit. So I used his tracks, and so now I've got an extra set of tracks. This is a versatile kit. I don't blank on the model off the top of my head. One of those really versatile. One of those really early versatile. I can see how people can like mix up their words and sometimes get in trouble doing it. So easy to do. Here is a kit that somebody did. I'm not really sure who did it. And it's one of those narrow frame international four wheel drives. And I was gonna put that together someday. And I like look at how warped the casting is and all that. So there's like I know that doesn't look like a ton of work. It's a ton of work to fix that. So it goes into my drawer. Minneapolis G1000. This was a great idea right up until SpecCast brought out a G1000. Let's see. Oh, there's an interior for that Case IH kits. Anyway, so that's kind of a miscellaneous drawer. I'm gonna move it somewhere else because it looks like these first two rows are gonna end up being tires by the time we're all said and done here. So let's see what's in this drawer. Oh, 3D printed. Let's see. Those are versatile. Yeah, those are versatile kits. I got a couple versatile Delta tracks somewhere. Yeah. That I plan on putting those kits on, and then I'm gonna sell. I'm just gonna get rid of them. I'm just gonna sell them. I just specifically bought them to do that, to flip. A couple anhydrous buggies. So, I don't know. I don't really have much use for these anymore. I guess I do have a few anhydrous kits left. What the hell? What the heck? I mean, I know what it is. Oh, it's a front wheel assist kit from CD Models. I don't know why I was thinking, hey, there's my hobby knife. I was looking for that for like the last week. This is the miscellaneous drawer. Apparently, Case IH grill and a John Deere 5060 series combine cab. Case IH exhaust. Random stuff. Oh, sleeper cab. That goes in the trash. I've thrown away like 24 of these lately. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this very rated G. That way all the youngsters can watch and you know. So that's why I'm not working on anything because uh, it definitely gets rated R sometimes down here on the workbench. The green light semis. I guess I haven't. I'll have to check them out. What semis do they did green light? Is that something new? Is it something I need to be like googling? Because I'm not familiar with those. All right, so what? So these are. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Brian Weir or not. He's kind of a master builder. Well, he built these 55 series. So we were talking about the John Deere 55 series, by the way. He built these rims for a 55 series, and then he had Dave at CD Models cast these. So we got some nifty rims here. And I don't know why I have 12 pair of them, but I'll figure something out. Actually, I'm wondering. I got an idea for those. Like I said, I don't do a lot of two-wheel drives, so I don't end up using a lot of two-wheel drive rims. But maybe we can put this on a four-wheel drive. We'll see. Oh, I don't know where you could get your Dremel fixed, to be honest with you. I bet if the flex shaft came off, I bet you stripped a gear out. You stripped a teeth. There's teeth in there. I bet you stripped one of those, broke one of those off. So wish I had better news for you, but I just use it till it quits working. Then you have to probably go get a new one. Oh, really? You'll take this? Oh, okay. I don't even know what would a sleeper go for. Like, what is that even worth? And like honestly, I'll look. I think I've got some more, um, somewhere. Maybe I'll see what I can dig up. But yeah, if you're interested in the sleepers, we'll figure something out because I've got no use for them at all. They're 5 to 10. I've been throwing away $5 to $10 sleeper beds. Oh my god, that makes me sick. I could buy tractors with that money. Well, I'm fishing that one out of the trash right now. Well, I'm dropping things apparently too. Holy crap! I bet I threw away a half dozen of those uh, in the last week. Son of a gun. Ah, that ticks me off. I'm an idiot. Because I got these off of. These might have came off. Oh, I know exactly what this one came off of. That came off this International. And I'm putting a fertilizer bed on there. So. Dang. You can't believe those were worth anything. Son of a gun. That's just stupid on my part. Just really stupid on my part. Let's see what we got here. Some detail parts. Oh, this is a Mollring. Is that how you pronounce that? Mollang. Bed from CD Models. It's kind of all right. Like I mean it's a nice bed. I don't have a truck to put it on right now, or do I? Anyway, it's got the beaters. The beaters move and all that good sort of thing. This was a scratch built project I was working on. I think it was a Cultimulture. Same thing here. Just some random stuff there. That kind of got backburnered for whatever reason. Okay. I missed something here. Oh, working on building a cattle handling facility. That'll be cool. Huh. That's cool. Wow. All right, I just want to make sure I didn't. Okay, so what's this? What did we decide that was? Oh, I know what that is. Okay, that needs to go someplace safe. That's some 3D printed parts that, if you look at them wrong, will break. Cow pasture. Any ideas? So, Scenic Express, I think is the name of the company. They have really awesome scenery parts, and particularly they have some cool pasture stuff. So that's what I'd recommend. I think this is going to be my 3D parts drawer from now on. What do you think of the retro paint? I love the retro paint on the Case IH combines and tractors. Love them. I think it's cool. I wish more companies would do that. I don't know. I'm a big fan of that. All right, let's see. Did we go through this drawer? We did. This is all the Steiger. Not Steiger. This is all the... So these are adapter plates for this. But they don't quite fit right. One of those things. Kind of frustrated about it. That's part of my problem is... Oh, speaking of junkyard stuff, any interested in like doors and things like that? There, BB. You should. Yeah, you're on Instagram, right? You should send me a private message, and I'll dig up what I got as far as parts. I'll send those out to you this week sometime. That's about that for that, I guess. Let's see. Let's go back here. Yeah, Scenic Express makes those cow pasture mats. I think those are really cool. What's up, SM? We're doing good. How are you doing? Catch you later, BB. Thanks for coming and checking it out, by the way. I like Brooder toys. They're plastic. They're maybe not necessarily the most detailed in the world, but I like what they're doing. I'd rather. I'm glad they're around. Even if they're not, top of the line, precision style, whatever. I like them. They're cool. The Down on the Farm series, I love them. They're reasonably good, and if you haven't, you can check out some of my videos. I did a review on a few of them. Um, they're like cheap, good tractors. They're maybe not perfect, but there's a ton of potential there if you want to customize them, and I think they just look good in general. I think straight out of the box, they look good. So, what's up, Brett? Yeah, so I can show you. Yeah, I've kind of gone through some of these tractors on the bench. So New Holland, this is a 84 series, so vertical grill. 82 and 80 series have horizontal grills. It's dusty as heck. Um, anyway, that goes together like that, and obviously got a long way to go. Obviously, I have to clean it first before I can do anything else. But that's one project. So we've got um, the Bueller versatile version of basically the same tractor, vertical grill, so that's how you know it's the later series. Um, I gotta do a little sanding because this paint's not gonna work. Actually, this is a New Holland. I mean, yeah, it's a Ford, but by this point they were only calling them New Holland. They quit calling them Ford. So we had a lot of these on the real farm over the years. We had the 80 series, so we had like a 9480 and a 9880. Then we did a 9882 and we did a 9680. Then we did a 9384, which we still have and we still plant corn with it. So, yeah, this week because I know I've got more laying around. I'll go through my junk parts, my broken parts and stuff. I'll totally put those up on the internet. You guys can whatever if somebody wants to buy them, go for it. I just didn't realize anybody would want those things. I've been getting rid of a lot of those. Now I'm kind of ticked that I did. I might build a Fendt tractor. I would love to build a Fendt tractor, and I think we're gonna see them in 164 scale eventually. I think SpecCast will do some. I'm not gonna swear to it, but I think they will. I do have some Alice Chalmer. Actually, got this guy I'm working on. Uh, Cab glass is already in most of it. I've got to put the rear cab glass in. Steerable front end is on it. Obviously, need decals, need exhaust, all that stuff. But yeah, need to touch up some paint in these wheels. But yeah, I have several Alice Chalmer. My favorite Alice Chalmer is probably a D21, which I do not have a toy of, by the way. But I am going to remedy that very soon. Like, probably at the St. Louis show in 2 weeks soon. Yeah, I can't either. I kind of feel like a moron right now. But I just didn't need them. It's just one of those things where I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know I didn't know anybody wanted those, so those dumb. Any tractor parts? I have nothing but tractor parts here. Whole bunch of those 3D printed kits. Let's see what's up in this one. I've been kind of going through. Here's some wheel weights. Oh wow, here's some more wheels. So I test printed a cab glass for this. It does not print clear though. St. Louis show is I think it's the weekend of the 6th and 7th of February. It's like the second weekend in February, and it is at Westport Plaza in St. Louis. It's right off of I think it's 270, Interstate 270. It's really easy to get to for the most part. Um, and it's the best show around. Some people say the national show's a little better, but a lot of people sort of feel like the St. Louis show's the best because it's all under one roof. So there you go. I am not gonna make it to Lafayette and Indy for the Lafayette show. I'm pretty sure I won't anyway. I'm not gonna never say never, but right now I won't. Oh, okay. So if you live near Springfield, definitely check out the St. Louis show if you can. But also the Mark Twain show, which is in Quincy, Illinois, would be like an hour and a half from you, maybe 2 hours at the most. That's a nice show. It's not a big show, but it's a really nice show. So, and that is the weekend of February 23rd. So it's coming up quick. But it's a good show. You want to check it out. Yeah, I know, Jeff. So so maybe you need to build me some orange. Is all I'm saying. Starts the 8th. Okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, yeah. So I think yeah, I was gonna say I think SpecCast is gonna bring that Fint out, aren't they? I know they've got the Challenger 1000 coming. Um, so that's something to look forward to. Uh, don't have to build one that way. So here are some of Daryl's tires. I don't know if you guys have seen Daryl Stangler's tires. They're all right. Um, they're a little blocky on the sidewall for my taste, but uh, anyway. And then this is a Case IH rim. So that's one thing you guys like if you're trying to do custom toys, you can get creative. You don't necessarily have to just go out and buy rims. You can swap wheels and tires and then put them on a different tractor and they'll look cool. I do a lot of that. Well, that's like these. These are off the authentic 4455 or 4450. Sorry. Um, that's just gotta get creative. That's what customizing's all about. Uh, you don't necessarily have to go spend a fortune to make a nice custom tractor. Uh, though it doesn't hurt if you can. Let's see. So I dumped all this out. Oh, we don't need that. I don't need that. Definitely want that. Better hang on to that. Oh, look at this. It's in detail parts that apparently I just decided I didn't take back too much. Yeah, triple the world MXX Pro. I'm a triples fan through and through. Uh, Low profile jack. That needs to go in my shed. I don't know why it's in this group, but it is. Probably better hang on to those fenders. Some weights off a STX Steiger. That's off of a John Deere like 8200, and there's an S&B decal stuck on there. Oh, that decal's junk, unfortunately. Is it? Yeah, it's pretty toast. Have to get a new one. These are wheels for like an 8300 John Deere 4-wheel drive 8000 series, not 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive tractor, front wheel assist. You know what I mean. Let's see. Let's find a good place for those. Oh, that'll be good. Let's see. What did I just miss there? Custom 4440s. What scale? In 16 scale, I almost guarantee it. I don't know. 64 scale, it's possible. There's like especially at St. Louis. There's everything. Let me put it this way: if it's not at St. Louis, you're not gonna find it. So, there's that's where all the customizer guys go. Did you build that ripper you had on the back of? Yes. Depends on which one. The 3-point mounted one that was on the last video, I did not build. We built some pull type John Deere V rippers, and I'll do a video on one of those sometime here. Anyway, we did do that. So yeah, some we build and some we don't. That one on that Panther video was done by Kenny Yantis. He is, what is he? KY Tractors. I think is his website, or his Facebook name and all that stuff. I guess is what I'm trying to put out there. Gosh, if I could just get, there we go. Let's just pull this fender off of there. Then we don't need to keep this whole frame in. We can make room here. Cool. I will be there on Saturday as well. So if you see me, this guy, say hi. Always love meeting people. That's always half the fun of toy shows. I'll be around most of the day, but it's a busy day for me because one, I like to I want to check out all the custom display contests and all that stuff, but I also have several stops I got to make along the way, dropping off tractors and picking up tractors. So, but I will always make the time to talk to somebody. That's half the fun of going to a toy show is meeting people. So let's see. Boy, I'm not sorting through this drawer very fast, am I? That needs to go here. So here's a snowmobile kit from CD Models, and I got to finish those up and get those out of here because I've got no use for those because we live in Illinois. But I just haven't had time to do anything with them. Hose reel. Oh, can't see that very well. Let's see. Another hose reel, bigger one, for service truck. Let's see. Low profile tires for a lowboy trailer. Those I 3D printed myself. They turned out pretty good. Maybe a little too low profile, but I still like them. They look good, in my opinion. Need to find a place to put them though. Someplace decent, not just anywhere. Oh, actually, I know right where to put them. There we go. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they do. Well, yeah, you weren't gone there very long. Do I know some good places to get wheels and tires? Boy, do I. So, your first stop is Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. Adam Sunken, look him up on Facebook, and they have a website as well. Super nice guy. and that's where I get 90% of my tires from. The second place is Chucky's Precision Pullers, which is Chucky Stevens. You can find him on Facebook, or you can type in Chucky's Precision Pullers on Google, and you can bring up his website. So yeah, he's got really nice tires too. So those are the two places I get almost all my tires. I occasionally will do 3D printed tires, although I don't like to, because 3D printed tires are a bit of a mess. Just to be honest with you, they can be difficult to paint. Um, oh, trying to sort through these little parts. They can be difficult to paint, which is the thing I dislike about them most. But they're also expensive. 3D printed tires are stupid expensive, to put it to put it nicely. And I'm just kind of over spending huge money on 3D printed tires when guys like Adam and Chucky have really nice ones. The only thing with Adam's tires is I typically like to make my own rims for them, but Adam does have some decent rims available for sure. You know, I'm not knocking that at all. But I do typically like to make my own, either with brass or now with 3D printing. A lot of them. So I think this is gonna be my little catch-all trash can thing for a minute here, for a little while, until we kind of get the rest of this stuff sorted through. These are some trash cans for a display. Like, I gotta get those finished too. I'm not gonna put those away. It's just something I need to get done. Oh, your dad is Chucky's friend. Yeah, I've known Chucky for a good while now. He's a good guy. Really smart guy, and he's helped bring this hobby along, definitely. Yeah, yeah, I know you can buy rubber filament. I haven't played with it much. I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. As of right now, I'm just kind of. I think I'll just stick to Chucky and Adam's tires. I think. Yeah, I'll try my best, Corey, to do a video. Toy Tractor Times will have videos of every display in lots of detail. So I kind of don't. I don't want to necessarily step on what they're doing, because that's their thing to some extent. But yeah, I'll do like a video of each one, just kind of an overview, and then just maybe splice it together into like a 5-10 minute video. So I don't know. Um, Good places to check out. Go to like the main ballroom where all the dealers are set up. Well, not all of them, but where a lot of the dealers are set up. There's a good variety there. And then to get into that main ballroom, I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. You got to go downstairs to get to it, but that's where the display contest is at on Saturday. So you definitely want to check out the display contest. Um, and then, oh wow, that I tell you what, that freezer really kicks those lights down. Wow, I might have to figure something out electric wise there. Um, and um, then go to the rooms. Check. So the really good. Hey Scott, having a good day. How are you doing? Hope. Yeah. Who was selling? Oh, you were the one selling at the local show. How did the show go? That's kind of more important. Um, but then like the rooms I like to check out are, I like to go to Gordy Schultz's room. I like to go to Don Trout at Precision Engineering. Jim Buig, who's just a really good buddy of mine. We do a lot of trading, and he's an AC guy, and he's a 4-wheel drive guy, so he's always got something interesting to look at. Um, Adam Sunken, Big Iron Farm Toys, Jeremy. I'll definitely hit him up, and Brad McPherson. Uh, they'll be together, I think. I need to double check with them on that, but they're both good dudes. They'll have lots of really cool custom stuff. I don't know if Dave Hallman's gonna make it this year or not. He was unsure the last time I chatted with him. His room is just Christmas time full of custom 164 scale farm toys. Um, so hopefully he can come. If not, it's probably better for my wallet. Um, but the thing is, like, plan to spend as long as you possibly can there, because it's going to take you a while to get through all the rooms and the ballrooms and all that stuff, because there's so many great dealers there. There's so much to see. and you'd hate to miss it. Like you just never know what you're gonna run into there. I don't know. It's just such a great show. So cool. Yeah, glad the show went well. That's awesome. I kind of want to go. I kind of want to go set up at a show sometime. Get a room or whatever, a table, and set up at a show. But uh, building up that much inventory, like I just don't know. That's a lot of custom building. I literally have to just take a year and build, and not sell, and then go to a show. So I don't know. Like you guys that do it, I'm kind of jealous because it's. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But anyway, I just like to go and talk and bug the dealers. So older equipment. So um, there'll be plenty. Trust me, it'll be all over the place. So I don't know. Like I said, St. Louis show's awesome. It's probably I feel like it's the best. I really do. I know the Nationals definitely up there, and it may be the best, but St. Louis is all under one roof. It's awesome. So the best tractor age for me, I mean, my favorite tractors are like 80s and 90s, four wheel drives. Those are my favorites. I like new tractors. I like really old tractors, but I really like that 80s, 90s. I do like 70s muscle tractors. So I don't know. I talked to Steve. It's been a little while ago, actually, but he's pretty tight-lipped with his displays because it's a competitive thing. So I do know a couple guys are bringing some pretty cool stuff. So it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I agree, Corey. You just take your time, go through the workrooms. It's worth it. You never know when you're going to find that gym in a room that you just gotta have. So I some of the coolest finds I've ever gotten were at St. Louis for sure. I got a one of 25 by Precision Engineering John Deere 7520 four wheel drive. And the kind of the story on that was he was only selling those to people who were like good customers of his. And um, so I went and it was kind of like I go into his room and he had sold out on everything. He literally sold out by Saturday at 10 in the morning. He sold everything he brought. And I was like, oh crap. And anyway, he was talking to this guy and he says like, hey, just hang on a second, Jason. And so I wait. And he goes, I'm not sold out. And I'm like, oh really? And so then he pulls out this 7520 and he's like, I held one back for you and a couple other guys. And so um, anyway, yeah, so I jumped on it. It was awesome. I got a really nice custom G1000 16 scale at St. Louis. That was one of my coolest finds there for sure. Um, and then let's see, what did I get? I got something cool from Dave Hallman last year. Oh, one of his like kind of Salford, like imitation Salford tillage tools. I got one of those from Dave last year. That was really cool. I was excited about that. So but yeah, I mean, it's just everything. You just never know what you're gonna find at St. Louis. So that's what's crazy about going there. You just have to go if you can. That's all there is to it. All right. I thought this sorting was gonna go quicker than this, but I'm doing more talking, which I'm enjoying. So that's fine. Yeah, I don't really like the automated future tractors either, but it's gonna happen. It's all there is to it. I mean, farming's a business at the end of the day, and if you can get a tractor that can go 24 hours a day without stopping, to eat or to go to the bathroom or to sleep, that's what's gonna happen. It's just where we're headed, unfortunately. So here's a 4010. This is uh this is gonna get the Jeff Norden treatment if he's still here. Uh, so gonna fill in the hood seam, front wheel assist, and I'm gonna put a canopy on it and duals. So, um, but that's I don't know if that'll get done this winter or not, but it's on my project list anyway. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to decide where these orange rims came from and why I have them. I have no idea. Um, anyway, they're going in the miscellaneous tire drawer for now. All right. So these are spacers. and I'll show you guys these real quick. I use these for duels to space out duels a lot. You can get these at like Hobby Lobby or basically any place that caters to jewelry maker type people. And so I use two kinds. I use this kind, and then I use this kind, although this kind is a little big anymore. And I have an entire drawer full of these somewhere. Right there. All right. So I'm going to leave this out for now. And we'll keep kind of going through. Here's my decal drawer. Holy crap, decals. Oh, well, let's get a couple. Geez. Here's a project I'm never going to finish. Landau, scratch built Landau frame. But I just don't see myself ever finishing that, to be honest with you, at this point. Because I got one for myself, and I made a couple of them, and I just kind of got burnt out on building Landaus, if you just want to know the truth. Possible chance that the Versi 1150 with the weathering could hop a lowboy to Oregon. It's possible. It's possible. Let me put it this way. If I can find another 1150 to put in my collection, I would let that one go. I actually talked to Matt Cassidy, who owns Top Shelf Toys now, and I said, "Hey, do you have any more of those versatiles?" And he said no, he's out of them. So, because I was going to try to buy several from him, I was going to see if I could get a deal and get maybe a bunch of them from him. But anyway, he doesn't have any. So, if I can find more of those 1150s for a reasonable price, say $40 or less, I'll let that one go. Yeah. So, give me time. Maybe it's St. Louis. I'll find it. So, yeah, I'm sure they pop up on eBay every once in a while, but generally try. I just may try to find one at one of the shows coming up since it's toy show season, basically. So this was a trailer I was working on. Like a sort of a homemade type fuel trailer with a toolbox and all that stuff on it. But I just haven't. I need wheels for it, and it was a thing. So. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at disc and grain. I'm always looking for tillage tools. That's tillage tools and like custom four-wheel drives or just basically anything unique is what I look for, especially at St. Louis. I'm in the mood for some rippers, like some decent disc rippers or V rippers or something like that. I would love to pick up some of those, but I don't know. Like, I really want some of those, like, what are they, Case 875 rippers? And I know there's a kit out there, but it's freaking fortune. So if you make that Landau 40-foot vertical tillage, I will buy it from you. I have a 44-foot Landau vertical tillage tool, and I have no intentions of making another one. It takes forever because there's like 100 and whatever disc blades on that. You have to put them all together individually. You slide them over. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Nope. Oh, because it's on the other end, dummy. So this, slide them over this, and let's see here. I have to go through this drawer soon because I've got so many freaking things mislabeled at this point. Oh, be darn. Where did those darn disc blades go? Anyway, you guys, Tractor Fab made disc blades, and so you slide each individual on, put glue on, put accelerator on. Next one, space it out, glue, accelerator. And you do that about 150 times, and you've got one done. And it just takes forever. And like when I built the two Landau that I have, and I think I did a video on them at one point back in the day. Those two were the only things I built that entire winter. So, that tells you how long it takes to build those discs if you're going to scratch build them, which is how I do it. I think there's a kit for the really big Landau VT. So it's like a, well, I know there's one for the 30 footer, but it's pretty pricey. And then I think there's one for the 50 or whatever the biggest size is it 49 or 50. And it's, the kit's like $200. So what's that finish going to be? $400 maybe? And then it's 3D printed, so something's gonna break. So honestly, it's probably like a $450, $500 toy. So that's why I don't build those. But yeah. Okay, what am I doing to fill my rivet holes? Let me. So, so first, step one, and here we go. All right. So let's. Wow, just throwing it everywhere. So let's say you've got this. So you've got two pretty sizable rivet holes there from where you drilled that out. So the first thing you need to do is take some styrene like this, okay? Cut it now so that it fits over that hole like that. All right? Step 1. Now, glue that on there or whatever. Step 2 is JB weld to fill as much of that hole as you can. But here's the trick. Don't slop it out around here, especially if you're up on a grill or something like that. You'll never get that sanded right. It will never look right. So do that. Then step 2 or 3, I guess we're on now, glazing putty. So, squirt this out. Mix it up a little bit. You can mix it with a piece of styrene or whatever. You don't need anything fancy. And then fill over the top of that, that JB weld. Like I said, keep that JB weld inside. You don't want to spill that over. And fill that over with glazing putty. Then sand it, get it nice and smooth, clean it, paint it, prime it. You'll never know it's there. That's how you do it. Pretty straightforward. Takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it because they look really nice when they're done. So, that's the difference between. I'm gonna set this over here. The difference between a good custom and a great custom is if you're gonna fill in those holes. Yeah, yeah. So the glazing putty you can get at any auto parts stores. They're it's relatively cheap. So yeah, I hope that helps. This is pretty easy. You might be able to get away with just JB Weld, but JB Weld does not sand smooth like that. So and that would be it. That's the oldest John Deere. Other than that, our 6420 with a loader is the next oldest John Deere we have. Then the 8230T and the 8335 RT. Sorry, we're looking at maybe a 8370 RT. We'll see. So not always, Sambo. Not always. So on this 8850 I'm working on, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to come over the top of it with primer and paint it. You can see where I sanded on it. It's definitely missing. Sorry, it's definitely missing some paint, but I don't know that I'm gaining much by taking off this extra, micrometer or paint or whatever that ends up being. Now, if for some reason, I don't know, I definitely have taken them down to bare metal before, but I don't always. So, all right. Oh, sure. I use Woodland Scenics grass. We were talking earlier. There's a place called Scenic Express as well that has some really great options. Although it's almost so much it can be confusing. But you can get Woodland Scenic grass and things like that at a lot of hobby stores, Hobby Lobby, any place that does train stuff, or you can order it online. For gravel, I use their railroad ballast, and I think it's the fine ballast is what I use, and I like it quite a bit. I usually try to mix the gray and the white together. I just think it gives it maybe a little more realistic look than having like sort of snow white gravel everywhere. But yeah, that's it. Now for static grass, if you want to have your grass stand up, Woodland Scenics has that too. Yeah, static grass is the way to go, Braxton. No doubt about it. You need an applicator. You can get an applicator for not too expensive. You use real crushed. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Might try to do that. Oh, so when I'm filling seams, so like on this hood, uh, so it's split in half, obviously. I definitely file the seam down, a little bit to make sure um, the JB Weld will have a good bite. So yeah, I mean, definitely the inside of the seam, you want to file that down for sure. Then put it together. Then I take clamps like this. You can just whatever do this number. Once your JB Welds in there, just let that sit. Usually overnight. Just let that JB Weld get good and set up in there. And then I actually I did glazing putty over the top of this, but it's smooth, and I think I ended up sanding most of the glazing putty off because in that situation the JB Weld actually sanded really well and didn't really spew out of the top of the seam. So we'll see. I need to prime this and really see what we're going to end up with there. But as of right now, pretty happy with it. So I think it's going to work good. I think it's going to look good when it's done. We'll see. All right. Let's see what's in this drawer. So speaking of pull type V rippers, here's a pull type John Deere V ripper that I scratch built. I got two or three of those in here actually. I don't know if I'll ever finish those or not. The problem was I was using metal shanks, and so what happens is it does this number. I don't know if you can see that or not, but um, anyway, it sort of pops back. Now the real ones do that too, but I don't want my toy to do that necessarily. So we'll see. Oh yeah, that yeah, $15 static grass how to video. That'd be awesome. Actually, I'd give it a try. What the heck? Um, yeah, that it is enough glue to hold it together. That JB Weld once it's set up, it's tough. It won't break apart. If you're worried about it, you can put a dab of super glue on there to hold it together too. Oh, really? Um, I do go to tractor pulls sometimes. I didn't make it to any this year. It just my schedule just didn't work out that way. But um, we have like Pleasant Hill, Illinois has a nice little tractor pull. Oh, I don't think it's an MPTA tractor pull. Washington, Missouri has a really good tractor pull we've been to before, and I believe that is an MPTA. It's a big one. They run two tracks at it, so it's really cool. But yeah, I do, and I hope to do more this year. Definitely, I hope to hit more this year than I did last year. That's for darn sure. Because I just didn't get to do too much last year, unfortunately. So okay, yeah. I don't remember what I have a static grass applicator. I just got it. I think I bought it off eBay. I think it was I don't know. Say it's 30 or 40 bucks. It wasn't very expensive, so it was good enough because I mean you can use it forever. Basically, I'm gonna do a mini display either right behind where my phone's sitting or maybe where my laptop's sitting right now. We'll see, but that's definitely on my list to do as a mini display to kind of show off some of this stuff I'm doing and all that sort of thing. Why do I have? By the way, is every one of these John Deere sprayers, Ertl sprayers from the '80s, is every one of these hitches broke off these? Like this is the original one I had when I was a kid, and it was broke off. But then I went and bought a collection that had two or three of these in it, and they were all broke off too. So just cracked me up. They seemed to all break apparently. I think I will do a how to on that mini display because I think that'd be fun and hopefully people can see that making a display is pretty easy and kind of fun to do, and maybe they'll get more people doing it. I hope. So yeah, the National Farm Machinery Show. I want to go. That's as far as I can get right now. I want to go. I may go. We'll see how everything lines up, but I'm gonna try. Yeah, I've never been. I think it would be awesome, but we'll just have to see how things are going at that. Yeah, well, I guess it's coming up pretty quick here, huh? When is it? It's really quick, isn't it? It's kind of hard to plan things right now this time of year, and it's not that I'm super busy, but I'm building. I'm trying. I got things to build for St. Louis, and I got things to build for the Mark Twain show. So it's like Sundays. I should be building right now, but I'm having too much fun. Oh, the 16th. That's my birthday. That'd be a fun birthday trip, huh? Hmm. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we can make that happen. Oh, cool. 88. Oh, that'll be cool with that front end kit on there, an 8870. Oh man, I haven't done an 8870 before. I'd like to see pictures of that sometime. Hope you can post them up somewhere. I'd like to see that. That'd be fun. Let's see what else we got to get into here. Got several more drawers. Straight pins. The most cheapest and most important part of scratch building. Straight pins. I use them for all my handrails. Um, it's like $5, and there's I don't know thousands of them in there. Ink pen. Okay. Farmall M that I want to make a wide front and a steerable front. We'll see. Oh, here's the canopy. Gosh, I can't hang on to anything. Here's the canopy for my John Deere 4010 over here. So I might as well stick that over there with it. 1/64 scale NH3 openers. Those are from Circle C Farm Toys. Let's see. Church Bridge, Saskatchewan, Canada. Hey. How's it's got to be cold up there, right? It's cold here, so I can imagine. Yeah, I do. Actually am making a John Deere puller, and I've never done that before. But it's going to be a new generation uh, style. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll get that done this winter or not, but actually just tore that apart at my office, which you guys have seen videos of that. I actually just tore it apart recently, um, so I'm pretty excited to give that a try. So this is just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. I feel like this drawer is really being underutilized right now. Bin vents and a bin fan. I drew up these bin fans, and then nobody ever really used them. So whatever. Yeah, let's get rid of that. All right, those could go in there. That could go. That could go. Let's get rid of that. It is getting chilly down here. I hope this heat kicks on again soon. I got to get a space heater. -30 Celsius with a blizzard. Holy crap. That is brutal. Yeah, I guess so, maybe. I don't know. I tore this apart a long time ago, and I just never have gotten around to doing it. But yeah, Mike's is awesome. He's probably a little bit better builder than I am. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm better than he is at that. I'm just not. Um, yeah, I know, Braxton. We're supposed to get that brutal cold here. I think they're saying wind chill like -30 here, so maybe not quite as cold as you guys, but we'll take it. I mean, I'll take -30 over -40. Although at that point, it doesn't matter. Um, I'm sure they'll be canceling school and everything for that here. Because we're in a rural district, and so some of the kids are on the buses for, I think somebody told me almost 2 hours in the morning, uh, from like the time they first get picked up to the time they actually get to school, and so I would imagine they'll close school because no need to having kids out, chance of getting out and that crap. So we are supposed to get freezing rain and snow tomorrow. I don't think much, but it doesn't take much freezing rain to screw you over. Now we got a couple weekends ago, maybe 3 weekends ago now, we got 17 inches of snow, which was holy crap. That was a ton of snow. It took me 2 days with my little tractor to blade everything I needed to get done. Yeah, the tractor fab kits are cool. I was kind of disappointed. I guess so. I guess Bosun is going to be doing all those kits now, or like through Tractor Fab, and I don't know if Tractor Fab's going to be doing any more new stuff or not. I was kind of disappointed. Excuse me to hear that because he was, he was great. So oh, those Boar Go seeders are incredible. They're so much better than the Deere. I mean, I know they're expensive. I know you're paying for that, but holy crap, they're awesome. They're so good. I mean, that's just all there is to it. I think they're worth the money. I don't know if they're worth like the $250 some people are asking for it, but they're definitely worth 150 to 180 or whatever. So yeah, I did. Okay, so I did one live stream of Farm Simulator, and I will definitely do that again. I maybe will try to do that um like weeknight evenings. Maybe I don't know for sure yet. I'll try to get like a regular time so maybe people can schedule that. But I had fun. That's the first time I ever played Farm Simulator. So um, yeah. So I literally just started last week. It's the first time, and I only played 2017. Uh, I know 2019's out. I would like to get it, but I don't want to pay for it. So somebody in the stream the other day goes, "You should set up a Patreon and people can get you 2019." I'm like, I don't. Yeah, nobody's gonna buy me 2019. But anyway, so I'll play 2017. I think I'll have fun with that. I don't have a lot of time to play video games, but I'll try to work it in once or twice a week, maybe see what we can do. So it'd be kind of fun. Oh, 7730 would be a great tractor to push snow. I assume that has a cab on it because I didn't have a cab. Yeah, I have it on Xbox. I have 2017 on Xbox because it's on Xbox Game Pass right now, so it was free and so I got it. Wait, is 2019 really only 25 bucks? I thought it was like 60 bucks. Oh, if it's only 25 bucks, maybe I'll pick it up down the road. We'll see. So 2019 has John Deere, right? And do any of them have Steiger? Just throwing, because it's me. Um, because that would be cool. I've got a PC that'll handle it, but I don't know. No. Hmm. Oh, oh, my dream tractor in real life: Steiger Tiger, or a Steiger Panther KP 1400. One of those two. I would love to drive one of those two, but there just aren't any around anymore. So actually, there really weren't very many ever around here. So um, that's my dream. I would love to drive them. Oh, Big Bud. That's cool. Okay. Better than nothing. Better 164 scale quad track. Hmm. I mean, I'm a Case IH. I'm a Steiger guy. So I kind of like the Case IH, but I'm not gonna lie. That new John Deere quad track sharp. I like it. I like the versatile DT, but I don't necessarily like it with that new paint scheme. I kind of like the older paint scheme a little bit better. So, um, if I had to pick one, I'd pick the Case IH though, and then I'd paint it Steiger green, which I'm sure you guys have seen that I've done that a few times already. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. On PC, you could always do mods, because I play City Skylines a little bit on PC, and you can do mods on it. So maybe Farming Simulator would be kind of cool like that too. I was gonna scroll up. I think I missed something. old stationary engines are cool. I always love the sound of those. I think it's kind of fun to go to like a steam show and just hear those popping away. I think that's always cool to me. Um, yeah. Did you hear about the breach an Xbox had on their customer's account? A lot of people have it. Oh, great. Great. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, they probably got mine. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's just the way it goes. I think it happened on PlayStation a few years ago too, but I don't know. It's just the way it is anymore with the internet, unfortunately. But people always got to try to rob and cheat and steal other people. I thought about putting some ATI tracks on a Big Bud, like a 520 Big Bud, just for the fun of it. I don't know. I may still do that someday, but we'll see. I think there is a real one running around with tracks on it, but I won't swear to it. I have not been to Canada. I've been really close. I was at Niagara Falls, USA, but no, I have not been to Canada. I want to go for sure. I would love to go up to Banff National Park. I guess that's how you pronounce that. That looks amazing, and I would love to go see the prairies up there when they're seeding. I would love to see the big cedars they run up there. So I have been to Kentucky. Yeah, I have a few times actually. Kentucky's beautiful. I like it down there. I've just kind of gone through there on the way to Florida and on the way to Nashville, but we did stay the night there, coming back both a couple times actually. And then I want to get down there to the Farm Machinery Show, obviously, but I also want to get down there to Clint Thomerson has the Southern Pride Farm Toy Show down there, and I want to get down to that one of these years, and see him because I got quite a few buddies that actually are down there. Clint, and then Matt Carter and Matt Cassidy. They're all Kentuckians, and I would like to go down there and see those guys at some point. So yeah, we farm couple thousand acres. I don't know, not quite, maybe 1,800, 1,900, something like that. So yeah, we farm for now. Yeah, that'd be fun to teach people about old engines. It'd be a fun day. It'd be a good time, I think. Let's see. I already did that one. Let's see what's. Oh, this is my AC drawer. Is Jeff still here? If Jeff Norden is still here, this is right up his alley. AC 440. Obviously need to do a ton of work to that. There's one. Painted up. Kind of needs put together and some wheels and tires put on it. Cabs right here. Hood's somewhere. Just had it. I just saw it earlier. Um, anyway, we'll call that the Jeff Norden drawer. Here's another AC. That's a 4220, I think. All right. Oh, I got a lamp right in the way there. That used to be my old lamp. The only thing I had to work with down here, so the light was an issue. Oh, what are you doing here? Come on. Oh, my JB Weld stuck. My drawer won't open. We'll have to go through that drawer another time. It's stuck. I have to go around the backside and pull that JB Weld out. That's what's sticking in there, I'm pretty sure. Here is silver Sharpie marker. And if you're wondering what I use that for, here is a mirror. Just take that, color in your silver, and ta-da. And I mean, you could obviously paint it on there, but it's a little easier to do it with the Sharpie, and you're not going to get it everywhere. And you don't have to clean a brush when you're done. So that's what I use those for. Quick little pro tip there. Oh, come on, JB Weld. Oh, come on. There we go. Got it. All right. Oh, it's actually my black Sharpie that was sticking. Here's my JB Weld that we were talking about earlier, filling in stuff. So we were talking about pocket knives earlier. Here you go, guys. I've got a John Deere one of those things. They'll give you these if you buy a $300,000 tractor from them, as it turns out. Got a bunch of files. These files are invaluable when you're working with farm toys. I have several sets of these, and you can see you got angled, got kind of a square, flat top there, and then a sort of egg-shaped one. And you know you can always have filing and things to do. So. Hey MXX, thanks. You have a nice day too. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us for a while. That is a $300,000 knife right there, and it was one of those things where we went to the dealership, to pick up the tractor. I think we were putting it on. No, I think they hauled it to us. I don't know. We were at the dealership with the tractor for some reason, and the salesman's like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Oh, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool little knife. It's just probably like a $5 knife that they give out with tractors." $10. Okay, I like the STX series there, Andrew. But like I said, I'm a Steiger guy, and so the Steigers turned into the STX series. So that's my jam. Here is what I use for hydraulic hoses. This is called Magic Stretch Cord. 0.5 millimeter is typically what I use. There's a 0.7 millimeter that works really well too. You can get that at Hobby Lobby for practically nothing. And you can do 1,000,000 tractors with one roll. Holding front wheels on... Yeah, actually, I do have an idea. I don't have any here, though. Heater hose or... heater hose, something like that. For a car, you can get it at like Napa or someplace like that, AutoZone. It's kind of rubbery. You can get a size that fits that spindle, and just cut it nice and straight. You can slide that onto the spindle. It'll hold your tires on there. We've done that a few times. I'm not saying it's the best solution in the world, but I've done it. It works good. So, all right, frame to a truck. Is that worth anything to anybody? I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I have a use for this. I might. What's up, Brock? I'm kind of organizing right now, but what I'm making are New Holland 4-wheel drives, Bueller 4-wheel drives, Steiger 4-wheel drives. Basically, that sums it up pretty perfectly. Nate's Farm Toys. Check him out on Facebook. He's the best. I get all my sheds from him, and highly recommend it. He's super nice guy, pretty reasonable priced, and really talented builder. Here are some rear weights for a 1/16 scale tractor. Is this a one? Hey Kurt, is this a 1/64 scale? Big Bud 400, or is it a 1/16 scale? Ear protection. Do you buy one? Okay, yeah, one. Okay, so here's what I would put on that tractor. These are from Chuck Stevens, and I think this is. I'm thinking this is a 30.5 tire. I think, and you can get duals for it if you want. So you could dual it up and put duals on there, or this is a... I'm sorry, this is the 30.5. Sorry, this is the 30.5. This is a kind of like a deep lug tire or whatever. So yeah, check out Chuck's Precision Pullers. Those will look awesome on that. So we're apparently having some heating issues. So, interesting. Oh, there it goes. Kicked on. Just had to reset it. Excellent. Okay. Sorry, I thought I was gonna have to jump off here real quick, guys, but I wondered, it was getting awfully cold down here. So yeah, I agree, Braxton. If you got the patience, making your own sheds are awesome. Yeah, I mean that's the way to go, actually. But if you don't, like me, Nate's the guy. All right. Let's see. Kind of glad I'm going through this drawer now. Got some stuff to sort out. I think I missed a question there. Sorry. Um, oh, I don't know how much Nate will charge for shed because I don't know. It's been a couple years since I got one from him because I had him build all of mine, and then I haven't just haven't done anything had new since, so I haven't needed a new shed. Yeah, cardboard boxes will get the job done for sure. And if you want to do like studs on the inside, just get some balsa wood or some basswood from a hobby store or Hobby Lobby or someplace like that. That stuff is cheap. I mean, you could probably frame up an inside wall on a shed for $5. I bet it may be 10 at the most. That that wood is cheap. So, oh, look at that, micro paintbrushes. Nice, yeah. It's always good when you can do something like that. Get something going somebody else couldn't. Let's see here. Kind of thinking. Oh, that needs to go over here for sure. All right. File and clay. Back when I was doing molds for my parts, there's a clay scalpel there. You know what? I want to use those on something. All right. Well, that's one set of drawers organized. Anyway, got a whole other one here to work on, but I'm not going to tackle that today. Kind of want to do. Where do I want to put some of these over here? Oh, my jar o field cultivator parts. Depends on what kits you want, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, Sean Lockwood's trusses are awesome, by the way. I would love to use some of those someday. If you want Steiger kits and some older four-wheel drives, versatile kits, and then also I think he has some older AC kits, like that 440, as well as I think he has a D21 kit too. Dave at CD Models has tons of kits. They're pretty easy to put together. They take a little work cleaning them up because they're made of metal. And in fact, I can show you because I use a lot of his kits. I got them taped together right now, but so you can see that metal is a little rough. But take a file like this or a belt sander, you have it cleaned up in no time. So he's good. You want to go to shapeways.com. There's sort of kits on there. You can get these kits on there if you want. Those are on my store, FTLOT. I think Tim Holker has some kits up there still. I'm trying to think. Somebody else. It seems like somebody else has some tractor kits that I'm blanking out on right now. But yeah, they're out there. Like I said, check out David CD Models. He's got a lot of cool kits, especially if you like older four-wheel drive. Yes, Andrew, there is, and it's on Shapeways, and it's Thor_64 on Shapeways is the store you're looking for. It's pricey. I did one. I've got a video. I think I did a video of it. If not, I will. I made one. Using his kits. I made a steel tank 9R. It's awesome though. I mean, it's worth the money if you got the time. Matson, yeah, thank you. Of course, Dale Matson has kits. Yeah, he has tons and tons of kits. Yeah. Um, but yeah, anyway, so if you want a 9R steel tank kit, check out Thor_64 on Shapeways. He's got it. Hey, welcome back, Rex. Yeah, I don't know that Matson advertises his kits too much anymore, but I think he still has them. So. Yeah, I've got a couple Matson kits. In fact, if I can find the drawers in, that's where this G1000 came from. So. And Dale's a nice guy. I mean, really is a super nice guy. So. Oh, cool. He does have them on his website. So. I mean, kit prices are all over the place. For like 2-wheel drive tractor kits, probably like $20. Maybe $30. I don't know. I haven't bought any for a while, so I don't know what the price market is on them right now. 4-wheel drive kits are going to run you 40 to 60 to $80, depending on the kit. So, the 9R kits, I think all said and done, I think I had about $100 into it. So, and you know that's you've got to have an Ertl donor tractor. So, which you know it's a $10 tractor. You're not out much there, but. The kits are expensive. Not gonna sugarcoat it, and it's 3D printed, so you got to take your time. So, oh, thanks. Yeah, glad to help. You know, try my best anyway. My favorite tractor is definitely a Steiger, probably Panther KP 1400. Yeah, that's it. Might be different the next time we do a live chat, but for right now, that's it. So. Hobby Link is a great place to get paneling for your walls on your shed because they have siding, so it's like ribbed. Well, I just had a piece of it and I just threw it in the trash. It was a little tiny piece, but they have ribbed paneling, and you can do like Tower Hobby, or if you've got a local hobby store, you know, that'd be a great place. I do not own a Borgo cedar in real life. We don't have big cedars like that down here. We're corn and soybeans. So, all right, catch you later, BB. Have a good one. So these Steiger kits are Dave at CD Models. That's where you get those at. I don't know how many more of these he's gonna make. So if you want some, you might jump on it. Or if you want to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, I might be willing to part with one, but probably only one. Because I have plans for those. But I'm readjusting here. Gotta get comfy. But yeah, you're welcome. My favorite John Deere 5020. Definitely a 5020. I just think they're cool. They're like big brutes of a tractor, I think. Other than that, maybe like an 8960 or maybe even an 8430 4-wheel drive from the 80s. Maybe, but definitely 5020. Yeah, I'll do another display tour video pretty soon, like maybe within a few weeks, because I'm doing some rearranging. So I moved my workbench back down here, so I can spread out a little more, and apparently freeze to death in our basement, and so now that that's down here, I can kind of clean up where my display is in my toy room, so to speak. And once I kind of get that cleaned up, I'll definitely do another display tour, because I haven't done a whole lot of work to that display because we've kind of had some construction going on at the house here. But I'm ready to, and I've got some plans, and so I kind of want to do a quick tour before I start in on changing some little things. I'm not going to do big changes, but some little things, and then I'll do another one once the change is done. So. Oh, JTT Scenery Products. I'm gonna have to check those guys out for sure. LA Farm Toys. I don't know that I have bought anything from them. I'm not familiar with them. But I'm sure somebody has on here. They can probably tell you maybe. But yeah, I don't know. If, I don't believe I have actually. So. Oh, I gotta figure out what to do with some of this stuff here pretty quick, actually. Oh, why is it warm right there? Okay, the heater is heating my display cabinet, and it's completely missing me. That's awesome. Let's see if we can. That's better, maybe. Because it's cold down here. I'm going to have to call it quits pretty quick because it's getting too cold. Alright. I need some big... That'll work. For now. I missed something there. All right. Yeah, I will be roasting in the basement in the summertime. That's what kind of sucks. But is sandpaper good for display gravel? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't tried it before. Give it a try. You know what it would be good for? It'd be good for blacktop, for sure. That'd be really cool. Like if you want to do a blacktop driveway. Oh, cool. Well, hey, must be a good guy then. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I just haven't bought from them. I'll check them out though. Why not? What the heck? Oh, my Coke has been. It's like 2 hours old. It's not exactly tasty anymore. Oh my gosh, guys! I still have 2 boxes full of stuff from moving down to the basement to go through. And I'll be honest, I'm getting cluttery. I'm feeling claustrophobic right here. So, got to figure something out. Got to get some more organization going here. Let's see. Need something to put those in. Oh, I got an idea. Look at that measuring cup. Perfect. I got to clean these drawers out too. That's where all these tools can go. Oh, you guys might like to see this goofiness. These are going to get thrown away right now, actually. Back in the day, before 3D printing, a lot of you guys will remember, if you wanted to duplicate parts real fast, you had to cast them. So you call up a Lumalite who made the material to cast stuff, and I'd make my own molds after I built something. So this was an engine I scratch built, actually, and I made a mold for it. Now, I was terrible at it, but it worked okay. So, but that needs thrown away. It's old. Those molds are all old. They're slimy. Let's see what other molds we got in here. It might be kind of fun to look at. Oh, that was a cab. That was a cab for a Steiger Wildcat that I scratch built. And then I was going to make several, and I ended up making a few out of that mold, but the mold just didn't turn out too well. So, I mean, I was pretty young when this. I mean, we're talking. I don't know what that's for. We're talking 2000, probably 2001 when I was trying to do this. Don't know what that is. It's junk. This was actually a fairly successful mold for me, but it's so stiff now. These were saddle tanks. I actually made them out of wood, kind of carved them and shaped them and made them out of wood, and then I cast them out of resin or whatever. I was pretty successful with that, actually. It turned out good. The Big Bud 747 is the biggest tractor. I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 horsepower now, after they turned it up. But the Big Roy's awesome. Oh, look at it. Stuff you need to get rid of. This is the warranty from my Kumo tires that I have not had on a car in 10 years. Let's see. I think this was a little shed I was making at one point. I'm pretty sure it was. Let's see. That had to been for a smaller tractor because look, 4-wheel drive is just not fitting in there. Let's get rid of that. It's like a magnetic tool holder thing, and then it's got. Oh no, it's just got the magnet in there. So you can kind of throw your tools on there. You don't lose them. It's particularly nice for small drill bits, like so, because small drill bits tend to roll off. Somebody gave that to me. It's kind of a silly little thing, but it's been useful over the years. So put that over there. Pipe cutter. This was back when I was making my own rims out of brass. So you clamp that down, spin it around, and you cut your tube. Let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, kick it away. So before I discovered straight pins here, this was how I made rails. Now what sucked is you had to straighten these wires out, and it was tricky sometimes. So that's a roller which you can use to make rows in a wheat field. And actually what it's really used for is for rolling down resin mats if you're doing like fiberglass work on a car. But then and so I did some of that, but then I discovered that you could use that to make rows in a field, so that worked out really well in the long run. I know there was some guys a few years ago that thought they invented that for making fields, but it's been around forever, actually. Let's see. What else we got here? Don't need that. It's just a lot of miscellaneous screws and things like that in this drawer. So I'm actually going to use this drawer for my pliers and things like that. That's what it was used for originally. So I kind of have some muscle memory there, I think. Man, it's cold down here, and I'm a little worried about my paint and stuff down here, how cold it is. I don't know. We'll see. I think tracks are better than 1400 LSW tires. I'm a believer in tracks. We run tracks on everything at the farm now. The only tractor we don't have tracks on is our 4020, which doesn't ever get out of the shed. Our Super H, which again never leaves the shed. And yeah, I'm getting a space heater. It's gonna happen real soon. Maybe tonight. And then our 6420 with a loader. Those are the only 3 tractors on our farm that don't have tracks, and I'm 100% sold on tracks. They're just the way to go. I think anybody that doesn't like tracks haven't run them in the crappy conditions I've run them in. No, they don't grow canola down here. We're corn, soybeans, wheat almost exclusively where I'm at. You'll occasionally find some sorghum and rarely milo. So the Steiger 2200. So here's kind of where the first one sits. Now I kind of took a detour and did a 1700, and it's done. And I'll have some pictures up of it pretty quick. But yeah, it's done. I'll do a little video on it too. Probably this week, I imagine, at some point. What tractors do we have? So we have 2 Case IH quad tracks. We have a 485 and a 450. We have a John Deere 8335 RT and a John Deere 8230T. So That is all we use. Our combine is an S670 John Deere. So that's why it's always funny when people start arguing about color. We also have a New Holland 9384. I forgot about that. I shouldn't. It's one of my favorite tractors ever. I just dropped something. I don't know where it went. I don't know what it was either. Anyway, it always cracks me up when people start arguing about color. Like, this one's better than that one. I've driven every color, and they're all, like, I'll be honest, I haven't driven a tractor in the last 10 years that was bad. I think they've just got it figured out at this point. The big tractor companies know how to make good tractors. And so it just always cracks me up when people start arguing about what tractor's better. So. You know what? We do have some sunflower farmers here. Not a lot, but there's a few fields around here within a half-hour drive. So yeah, I should have said that. We definitely have sunflower. Oh look, here's a AC 440 half finished, no cab. But we were talking earlier about sandpaper. I don't know if you can see there, but I use sandpaper for my step grip on my my tractors. So just kind of cut it to shape, glue it down. It looks cool. Hey, look at that. Ford F something 50 there. Needs wheels and tires. If anybody wants it. No. Oh, look at this. I have wheels and tires for it. Oh, I'll be darned. I robbed those off and swapped them on something else. Oh, cool. I got a new truck today. Didn't know I was going to get it. We do not run tracks on the combine. We have seriously considered switching to tracks, but we have big rice tires on there. So it works pretty well. We're kind of the opinion, if it's too wet for the rice tires to handle, it's too wet for us to be harvesting anyway. So, but we almost switched a couple years back. We had such a wet year, and it seemed like we were never going to get finished. And we were within hours of pulling the trigger on some rice tires, or on some tracks, but we decided against it. I'm not saying we won't ever do it, but right now we're against it. So F-150. You're invisible. Yeah. Yes, F-150. That's what that is. It's a Ford. It's an Illuma duty, right? I don't know. As I've said many times before, I'm not really a truck guy. When I see a pickup truck, I see work. All right. Oh, there's a quarter. He's had to buy toys. All right. Empty this puppy out. All right. One box to go, and it is all Steiger kit parts. Yeah. Dream Farm. I don't know. I like our farm now. Maybe, I like our farm now. I can't. It's not enough for me to farm full time, necessarily. I mean, I work full time hours, but you know what I mean. I have to have a side business to make a living, but okay. So maybe double the acres, and double the tractors. I like the tractors we've got now. I mean, I'd gladly stick with what we got. I don't, I'm not in any hurry to go switching tractors or anything like that. I think if we had more acres, we'd probably get a bigger quad track maybe, but I'm sure we'd still stay Case IH. We'd buy used. We wouldn't go buy a new one. We'd just go pick up a 4 or 5 year old fairly low hour quad track. Be the thing to do. Yes, I've seen the newer green light Dodges. I think I just did a review on one here a week or so ago. They're awesome. I love them. They're so cool. I hope to pick up more at the St. Louis show in a couple weeks, and then I'm going to customize them. That's my plan anyway. We'll see if that works out, but we'll see. I have this tendency sometimes when I'm at a toy show, especially St. Louis, I get to talking to so many people, and I get so much going on that I kind of sometimes forget to buy some of the things I went to buy. I'm really bad about that actually. So I don't know. He probably will. Oh, rice farmer in Arkansas. Nice. I may be down, not in Arkansas, but oh my gosh, I'm just throwing stuff now. I may be down in the Boot Hill of Missouri around Memorial Day this year, and I'm hoping to see at least some planting or something going on down there. Something. I have been. I've been organizing my display lately. I won't say I've been working on it too much. Why can I not get these wheels and tires apart now? Holy crap. I mean, they just popped right off when they were on the truck. Um, that's amazing. Where's my vise at? No, that's over there. So yeah, I haven't. So there's not like anything really big to update. But with that said, I plan to do an update for you guys pretty quick, and then hopefully, kind of get to building or get to working on the update on it pretty quick. Long story short, what I'd planned to do was make a really nice fertilizer dealership there. And part of that was I was going to have a bulk liquid facility, and there was a guy that was going to build that for me, and he disappeared. And he disappeared on a lot of people projects, and so that's pretty much never going to happen now, or at least that part isn't. So I kind of had to rethink things. And so now I've just been kind of contemplating on what exactly I want to do with that sort of corner of my display. But oh, hang on.